Welcome to Astro Venture, the DSLR astrophotography channel. Hey there, Astro Ventures. Welcome back. If you're new to this astrophotography channel, my name is George, and this is the astrophotography channel for DSLR or mirrorless camera bodies, combined with the lenses we already own and a simple star tracker like the SkyGuider Pro or the Star Adventurer. Now, tonight we're in local dark sky park, and I'm out here with the New Moon crew, and this is one of the members, Mike, of the New Moon crew, and the crew is all out here waiting and hoping that the sky will clear. But I figured I'd take a quick moment and talk with Mike here, because he's about 6 months into this whole astrophotography rabbit hole, and we'll throw a few questions his way, and these might be some of the things that you're thinking about and wondering about as you come down this rabbit hole of astrophotography. So, Mike, first off, I want to say thank you very much for taking a moment out of your time while you wait for the sky to clear. But for the viewers at home on our YouTube channel here, Astro Venture, I wanted to ask you a quick set of questions here, because you're about 6 months in. You're not exactly brand new, but not super experienced. And so the first question I wanted to ask you was, with about 6 months of doing this astrophotography thing, under your belt now, you've been shooting with the Star Adventure. Would you choose the same tracking system? And if not, why? And just kind of share your thoughts.
Thank you, George. The reason I chose the Star Adventure was due to the reason that I got astrophotography at the wrong time during COVID. That was a readily available one. There are some things I do and I dislike about it. What I do like about it is the color's pretty cool. On the declination mount where you put your lens, it has a fine-tune wheel on it where you can just slew your lens to where you want very easily in minimal turns. Unlike the Star Adventure the SkyGuider, where you have to loosen and turn the whole thing. So, if I were to choose again which one I'd go with, I would probably say the SkyGuider Pro, just for the polar line, the eye-polar scope. Just because that makes it so much simpler for a new astrophotographer, where you don't have to use the reticle and bump everything and loosen and tighten screws and bolts, plug in your computer, adjust it that way, and be pinpoint accurate versus doing it through a reticle.
Well, thank you, Mike. That was absolutely awesome. And those of you at home, I'm sure, for some of you, this might help with you making your own decisions. Now, the second question I wanted to ask you was, what was kind of your biggest aha moment of where everything kind of came together for you and you feel like, you know what, I'm finally headed in the right direction with this?
The aha moment I had is probably one time we were out here and I was struggling with polar lining. You have to get that North Star and that reticle so perfect, and it's very hard. One night we're out here playing around and I got it dead on about 10 minutes into it. That was my aha moment, because after that, it sped up my process. It's easier to do now, much more quicker at it. So yeah, I would say my aha moment is probably when I figured out how to use my reticle for my polar alignment.
Well, thank you very much for sharing that aha moment. We all have that moment where everything just finally clicks and we kind of figure out what we're doing. So I'm glad you had that aha moment. Now, my third and final question that I wanted to ask you, Mike, is that, astrophotography is not as simple as it seems. What probably surprised you the most that you just didn't see coming, that you needed to know to accomplish astrophotography?
Oh yeah, yep, I have that. I know exactly which one to tell you about. Post-processing. I would never thought to get your astrophotography images to where you see online is so dedicated on that computer. Just the software, Photoshop, stacking, all stuff you never really think of when you're wanting to start into astrophotography. If you never use Photoshop like myself, it is a struggle. I can't get the colors out, stretching it. It is very difficult. But I have a buddy that's been helping me out, and George, and he's been teaching me how to do it, and I'm getting a little bit better. So 6 months in, I'm starting to get the sky down better, finding my targets, getting my polar alignment knocked out. Then when I get home, after I stack all the photos and get it, I send my TIFF file to George, like, hey, help me out with this. Because it is a tough one, especially if you, like me, never used the programs before. It is intimidating, but I'm getting better at it. I don't have to ask him to help every time, but he still does.
Well, there you have it. 3 quick questions with Mike, and hopefully this has maybe answered a few things for you there at home as you start down this rabbit hole of astrophotography. Until next time, I wish you clear skies. I wish us clear skies tonight, and I also wish you some uneventful nights.
Thank you, George. Okay, here we go again. Thank you, George. I decided to go with the Sky Guider. That's still the wrong freaking one.